This new Facebook ads update is massive. It's bigger than Andromeda. It's bigger than anything that we have seen before. I just finished the call with my high-level Facebook rep and he broke down this update for me step by step. So I'm sharing it with you to help you adapt and help you keep making money with Facebook ads. Because if you don't, you'll keep losing money and it will keep getting worse and worse and worse. I've spent millions of dollars on Facebook ads, and one thing I've realized is that when these changes are happening, you either adapt to them or you die. There is no third option. So I want to show you how to adapt to this change. So if you're running Facebook, Instagram ads and you're wondering why CPMs are rising, why ROAS dropping, and why scaling feels harder, it's not you. It's Meta's new backend. And yes, I just got off the call with someone inside of Meta. So this video will just show you inside of that update, what exactly happened. So you guys might be familiar with Andromeda update. It impacted a lot of businesses, but it's a part of the bigger update. There's three other moving parts here: Meta GEM, Meta Lattice, and Sequence Learning. And these four updates, they'll just completely rewrite your ad game. So why this matters? Because much of the community has focused on the Andromeda update in 2025, but that was only 25% of the change. The real shift that's happening is that Meta has layered a new brain that's called GEM plus cross-surface behavior model, lattice and sequence learning, plus Andromeda retrieval engine. So everyone was talking about Andromeda, but there's these other three parts that are even more important than Andromeda that no one was talking about, and they're currently impacting your ad account performance. And so if you're still using old playbooks like interest stacking, manual placements, audience hacks, then you're just fighting the wrong war. They're obsolete, they're irrelevant. And by the way, guys, I have this whole worksheet on how to adapt to these issues, how to restructure your ad account, how to restructure your creative testing. If you DM me GEM on Instagram, I'll send it over to you. There's 9 pages of content here, and it's like actionable step by step. So let's break down these 4 key updates and understand the new architecture in which we're all operating if we are advertising on Facebook. Number 1 is Andromeda, right? So this is next generation ad retrieval engine for ads, and it's basically selecting which ads to show to which person, and it's built on custom hardware. It probably doesn't matter for you, NVIDIA, like MTIA, like tacky shit, right? Like it doesn't matter, right? But what matters is that Meta no longer relying purely on your targeting setting or audience buckets. The engine decides more of who sees your ads, right? So you might target, like, let's say beauty interest or pain relief interest. It doesn't matter who you're targeting. Meta decides who to show your ads to in order to show the right ad to the right person at the right time. So manual audience micro-targeting is just losing hand these days. So Andromeda basically changes how Meta figures out who to show your ads to. It focuses on what people are doing right now instead of their past interests or demographics. So if someone followed, let's say, I don't know, Bill Clinton in the past, it doesn't matter. If these days, like last 30 days, for example, they didn't follow Bill Clinton, they didn't engage with his content, then it wouldn't show ads to that person. Another part of this update is Lattice, right? So what is this? It's a separate model framework that Meta uses that already powers ad ranking and performance improvements via unified modeling of user plus ad signals. So why it's important is because it's a bridge between your creative placement decisions and the machine's understanding of which ads to show to which person. I'll explain that in a second, how to apply that in your business. So next one is the sequence learning. It's machine learning mechanism that looks at full conversion journey sequences between view to click to purchase across time. So instead of just looking, did this person click my ad yesterday like most advertisers do, the machine now tracks deeper behavior sequences. For example, a month ago, they watched a running video, 2 weeks ago, they clicked nutrition content, and then yesterday they browsed athletic wear. And then based on this information, it decides to show that person the athletic wear or shoes ad. And the part that unifies all of this is called GEM. This is generative ads model. This is basically like a central brain. This is like LLM scale, like which means, it's a huge scale operation. It's like basically billions of like algorithms for ad recommendation across Facebook and Instagram, across formats, modalities, such as text, image, and video, and across different surfaces. And these metrics probably useless for you, but they reported plus 5% ad conversions on Instagram and 3% ad conversions on Facebook, whereas in real world, you've probably been getting worse results with your ads recently. So the real takeaway from the GEM, from this new brain that kind of like unifies the whole Facebook algorithm, is that the brain now understands you in real time. So it understands the sequence plus non-sequence features across platforms. It means your old static audiences are less safe. The audiences are constantly changing, right? Who's in a specific bucket? Who's let's say in a running bucket or in a health bucket or in a beauty bucket? That constantly changes because of this new, very adaptive algorithm. So why we're seeing crashes and performance drops with our ads recently? It's not you, it's the system. Right? So your targeting and creatives are not necessarily the problem. It's that Meta changed the system behind the delivery and now you're playing by new rules. So specific reasons for performance drops. Number one, audience micro-targeting and interest stacking. It's completely outdated. So the machine now optimizes who sees your ad based on behavior, not selections. It looks at what person actually does in real time versus what you choose in your ads manager. The another reason of your drop of performance is manual placements and narrow segments. The retrieval engine picks the placements and you just pick the creative, right? That's how Meta kind of like simplifies the whole targeting like element of it, where you only have to focus on the creative part and then Meta figures out everything else. And another reason of your bad performance on ads is old creatives and ad fatigue. So since the machine sees sequence behavior and decides relevance, the stale creative or the one that has run out of new signals will get suppressed. That's why your creatives will die if they're not getting new signals, if people are not reacting to them, if it doesn't resonate to the audience. So what is the cost of using old frameworks? Number one, higher CPMs. You'll have higher CPMs if you use the old formula, the old framework, the old tactics. You'll also have lower conversion rates because your ads won't reach the right people, because Meta will optimize to show the ads that are the most relevant to the most relevant people. And if your ads don't fall into that bucket, they simply won't get those auctions. And you also will have account crashes. Like you'll have, why is this happening? Why is my performance like crashing right now? You'll see a lot of that if you don't adapt. So what you must do right now, the action points for you. Number one, simplify your campaign structure. Use a broad campaign or fewer campaigns with Advantage Plus or similar automation that's just letting Meta run its own thing. Let Meta algorithm optimize and show the right ads to the right people. Reduce micro-segmenting audiences. Expand reach, but diversify your creative. So for example, one campaign, many creatives, broad targeting, and also smart exclusions like past customers and low value segments. Action number two, you have to do massive creative diversity and refresh. Because the machine is now using creative as a targeting signal, your creative library must be huge and varied. For example, you need to test many hooks, many angles, many formats like video short, video long, images, carousel, messages, like all different formats in order to give Meta the diversity that it requires in order to get to the best performance possible. You need to refresh your creatives weekly or bi-weekly to avoid creative fatigue, because machine sees signal decay, where when people basically stop reacting to your ads, Meta sees that as a signal and it will give you less spend, it will show your ads in front of less people, and your performance will drop. Action number three, you have to think about user journey, not just the last click. You don't want to just like, hey, I want this person to buy right now. Like you have to think in a bigger time segments, and you have to think what your prospect did week or months ago. You have to educate them more. You have to get them into your funnel and then use that insight in your creative or messaging. So for example, you can make a content that acknowledges that behavior. You can say, hey, you've been watching running shoe training videos, and then you structure the videos that match their behavior in the past to show them the relevant ads right now. Instead of just trying to get them to buy your product right now, after the first click, they see your product, they make purchasing decision, you have to think bigger time frames in order to educate them first and then to remarket them with a proper ad that matches that behavior that they did. Action number four, let the machine handle placements and targeting. Your leverage is creative plus conversion funnel. So you have to stop obsessing over manual placements. Like a lot of people asking me, it's like, oh, which campaign structure I need to use? What targeting options I should use? Just like keep it simple. Just choose placements to enable, but let Meta test combinations. That's it. So your job is to make sure that your landing page checkout conversion flow is optimized. So if the machine sends you traffic, make sure that that traffic can convert, because conversion rate is one of the most important factors in Facebook deciding whether to give you the auction to win. Action number five, use exclusions and signal hygiene. Ensure you exclude low value traffic. And what I mean by that is past purchasers, non-engaged audiences. So the machine focuses on net new valuable users, not just remarketing your existing customers again and again. Also, make sure your conversion pixel is firing cleanly, so you want to make sure that your data signals feeding the machine. And by the way, I have this GEM plus Andromeda implementation worksheet with all of the adaptation action points that you have to do right now in your business. If you want this full document, there's 9 pages of content here. Just DM me GEM on Instagram. There should be my Instagram below this video, and I'll send it over to you. So action number 6, monitor for new signals and rapid failures. If you see some creatives on your ad account are just not performing from day one, like you launch it and it's very low, click-through rate, very high CPC, just kill them early, because if you leave them running, they might drag down your whole ad account performance. Action number 7, future-proof mindset. Accept that less manual control means more dependence on machine performance. You cannot control that, but you can control faster creative and funnel iteration. You can control like what's inside of your ads manager. Meta pretty much taking that over. So you have to build internal systems, team, and workflows to rapidly produce new creative assets and test them. What this doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that you have to abandon every manual tactic altogether. Some manual audiences, will still work, especially if you're going after like very niche, very small, very like small market audiences. Let's say you're going after like B2B or business professionals or like legal or real estate, that can still work. But if you're going after massive markets, just go broad and let Meta figure it out. It also doesn't mean that this automation is perfect. Like all of these changes are perfect. You'll have probably days with like escalated costs and Facebook will just burn your money. That will absolutely happen because it's a massive update that just changes the whole algorithm together. But your job is to feed clean data, test smart, and monitor the results to adapt. So I already expect some of the questions, so I decided to answer them right away. What about Advantage Plus? Should I use it or not? Yes, Advantage suits are aligned with these updates. Just use them intelligently. For us, in our ad accounts, we're testing Advantage Plus, we're testing ABOs, CBOs, and we're seeing which ones are working specifically with each particular ad account. Also, you might ask, does this apply only to lead gen or e-commerce or all of the niches? It applies to all of them, even though, the funnel depth, the conversion types, there will be different, but the underlying machine architecture, which is GEM and sequence learning, still applies. The same rules still apply to all of these conversion types. So your top 3 moves this week: audit your campaign structure and collapse micro-segmented audiences. Just broaden them up, right? Increase them, make them bigger. Then also build at least 10 new creatives, diverse angles and formats, and launch revised campaigns with these new creatives. And number 3, clean your signals, your conversion pixel, your exclusions, your funnel. Just clean up your data so that you give Meta the best resources possible to give you the best conversions. Now, there's many action points for you in this video, so go ahead and implement them. But if you want my help and my team help to implement these changes in your business, build the right creative system, build the right Facebook testing system and scaling system, then just book a call with my team. There should be a link below this video. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you'll continue to crush with this new update. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next video.